Hello everybody, we are on Ustream right now. I'm Eric Himan and I'm here in Steve and Lori Nance's kitchen. And I'm very excited to be making paella. And I'm surprised at how many people don't know what paella is. And you know why I'm surprised? Well, I shouldn't be surprised because I didn't know what paella was not that long ago. But I saw somebody cooking it on TV and I thought I would give it a try. Paella is a Valetian awesome dish from Spain, and it's chicken, and you can do it with seafood, do some shrimp, do some clams, do some lobster, and you also put in chorizo, but today we are using smoked sausage because it's a little milder flavor. But to get right into it, we are already on kind of step 3, and step 3 involves cooking down the sofrito, and the sofrito is tomatoes, garlic, onions, and parsley. I added zucchini because that's awesome. So here we are, and we have our rice. And before, when we started earlier, what we did was we cooked and browned chicken. Chicken. So we cooked the chicken with paprika. We kind of marinated for an hour with paprika and dried oregano, a tablespoon of paprika, and 2 teaspoons of dried oregano with some salt and pepper. And I chopped up and browned some smoked sausage. You can buy it already pre-cooked and everything like that. So all you're doing is pretty much browning it in olive oil. And here's our paella pan right here on the stove, which is awesome. It's not too hot to touch, so I'll show you really fast. This is a paella pan. It has a kind of a rim on the outside. And traditionally, when you make paella, everybody is supposed to eat out of the pan. But I don't know if we're going to do that today. I don't know if everybody wants to gather around a pan like some kind of pie at like 2 a.m. where everybody's already trashed and everybody wants this, a little piece of the same pie. So we ended up cooking down our vegetables and in the olive oil after we browned the meat, the same pan. So now what we're going to do is we are going to toast our rice. And I was on a mission. I saw Tyler Florence talk about this dish and cook it, and he made a paella dish very similar to this. And he said short grain yellow rice. Well, I went on a search. I couldn't find short grain yellow rice. All I could find was this, Spanish yellow rice. And it actually, the recipe calls for saffron. Saffron's a very, very important ingredient in this kind of dish. And this already has it in it. And saffron's pretty expensive, and if you add too much, you kill the dish. So having it already in the rice is probably a pretty good thing. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to toast the rice and get all that flavor from all of our tomatoes and our zucchini and everything. We are going to toast it. It'll start absorbing a lot of that. So the first time I made this, I put too much rice in and way too much water. And it was like a puddle. It was like almost dripping off. So I learned my lesson, and we're only using about 3 of these. And they call for 2/3 a cup of water each. And last but not least, yes, so there we go. Get that all in there. And we're going to toast this, turn up the heat a little bit. Hope everybody's been doing well. Hope people are actually watching this, because that would be nice. I'll even play a song in a little bit. Alright, we're getting all that flavor into this rice. And we even have some people over here that are going to taste this afterwards, and I'm very excited about. Woo! It's like a studio audience over there. I feel like Rachel Ray.
You look like her too.
I look like her, yeah. I do talk about my fun times being on the tasting table of the Chew. My friends over there. All right. So we got our rice all in there. I think there was some extra on the way. There we go. And now we're going to add about 2 cups of water to this. Oh, that smells really good. There we go. Isn't it fun, you guys?
Yes.
I'm not on camera right now. Alright, 1, 2, and 2. By the way, this house is amazing, and this kitchen is perfect for a regular cooking show, which I might add to them a few mentions. Again, Steve and Lori Nance and their beautiful kitchen. Alright, so we're going to bring this water up to a boil, and once it is, I'm going to let it sit here and simmer for about 10 minutes, and the rice will start to absorb all that water, and you'll start to see it kind of build around our next piece, which is to put our meat back into the rice dish and kind of cook while I play you a quick song. Yay! I really do need a studio audience, because it's weird when you don't have one, isn't it? Take off quiet. Woo! There we go. And our smoked sausage goes in. And then towards the end, we're just going to add a few pieces of shrimp. Get that all evenly mixed in there. There we go. Perfection. Turn that up and let that cook. Hey you guys.
Hi.
How's it going? Angel, you want to come over here?
Sure.
I love your outfit.
Thanks, I work for you.
It's some kind of summertime special.
It's not.
Hello.
Hi.
So we have, you just kind of like danced your way over. Hi, this is Angel Adams, if you remember from Eric and the Adams.
What's happening?
Eric, the Adams. Angel Adams.
Hi.
Hi. So, I was just making paella.
I'm here to eat some.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. Can you see it back here? I'll just explain this to you real fast.
Okay.
So, what we're doing right now is we took smoked sausage and chicken that we had already browned, just to recap for everybody. And then we made a sofrito. And sofrito is onions, garlic, tomatoes, and we added zucchini and parsley. So then we toasted rice, like just a second ago. We toasted rice, and the rice will start to absorb the flavors of that, and then we added water so it would kind of all cook together. We put the meat back in there, and it's going to be awesome.
It is. I'm so sad I already ate.
I'm so sad already. Well, I thought maybe since it is 7:09 that we play a song together.
That sounds
and then
great.
I can kind of finish this up as that starts to cook. Because I feel like there's always a moment where something's either sautéing, baking, or, I don't know, just sitting there and you just forgot about it.
Simmering.
Simmering? Oh, I like you.
It's kind of like I've never done this before.
You cook, don't you? Do you cook?
I have cooked.
This is the interview portion of my show.
I make brilliant pancakes.
Do you really?
Yes.
Really?
They are so much smarter than I am.
What do you put in your pancakes?
I
don't want to tell anybody.
Well, because I don't know if Heather will eat them.
Oh. What are you sneaking in the pancakes?
I sneak in a little bit of powdered sugar.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm. And
That's awesome.
She likes the cinnamon part, but
yeah.
A little cinnamon, a little powdered sugar.
Powdered sugar.
We're gluten free, so I just use gluten free Bisquick.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But she eats the heck out of those pancakes.
The heck out of them.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you want to sing the heck out of this song?
I'm certainly ready.
I thought we'd play a song. This is the song that was featured on SiriusXM's A Coffee House. My hit.
It is a
Of all my life, this is my hit. And it's called Save the Afternoon. We're going to play it right here.
Right now.
Right now. Holla.
Holla.
I don't ever say that, but I'm going to right now. That's awesome. There just happens to be some minced onions right here. creative there. That's awesome. Let's move Mosey over closer. I'm just staring at everybody. Seems to be alright.
It smells good.
Does it? There are lines that we set up as you and I become us. When we stop, there is less struggle when we cross. But on days already rough, the lines get close enough to touch, and the smallest movement sets all the alarms off. It takes so long to find, can easily get lost. Well, I can't figure out what to do. Is there still time left to save the afternoon before we say something that isn't true? Is there still time left to save the afternoon? And I said things that I regret, some after days, some after breaths. And I know my pride can get the best of me, but this is not some massive fire destroying fields hour by hour. But it burns me up a bit when you leave angry. So before you go, please listen to my plea. When I can't figure out what to do, if there's still time left to save the afternoon before we say something that isn't true, is there still time left to save the afternoon? Oh, yeah. Save us from the silent treatment. Save us from the separate sleeping. Checking the food. Save us from the thoughts that this could be the end. I hope in making the first move get you thinking the same thing too. And you crack that smile and we can start again. Let's use tonight to make our amends. Well, I can't figure out what to do. Is there still time left to say the afternoon before we say something that isn't true? Is there still time left to say the afternoon? How about one more time? Well, I can't figure out what to do. Is there still time left to say And is there still time left to save the afternoon? Minced onions. Thank you so much. That was Save the Afternoon, and that was Angel Adams on background vocals and minced onions.
I'm wearing a skirt.
I'm wearing a skirt.
Can I do a shout out real quick?
Shout out away.
Kimmy, you're stuck in St. Louis at the airport. We're sorry, but thanks for tuning in. Yeah, big old storm. But you're tuning in,
really?
and this is from Kimmy Han.
Aww,
There you go.
that's awesome. Alright, so back to the food. We have, it's getting all nice, all the rice is kind of getting in there now and absorbing the water, which is great. You really shouldn't touch it too much, but I am. And I'm trying to get all of it kind of flat and even because I'm about to put on my shrimp. Shrimp!
Woo!
So one thing we do want is, once the rice is starting to cook, you'll start to see it make a succorat. Do you know what that is?
Do you smoke it?
You smoke it. What you want to do with paella, as you can see, I'm trying not to get this too close to the camera, is see this brown stuff right here? That is succorat. And that is what you want with the paella, is you want the rice to almost have a little bit of a burned, caramelized crust to it. And we're going to move that around just a little bit. Woo! This is fun! Alright, so now what I like to do, usually when you have just one burner, what you're going to have to do is push it around quite a bit and move it. Fortunately today I have one that goes the lengthwise of the pan, so I don't have to move it too much. But typically in my house, I seem to have to like switch it around, so each piece of the pan ends up getting the heat. So all of it is pretty even. As you notice back here, some of it has some extra water, so we're just going to move that around halfway through its cooking process and not burn our hands, which I've done. I did this thing, and I'll say this real fast because we have time. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was very smart. And what I did was, I've never done this where you cook something on the top of the stove, and then to finish it, you put it in the oven. You put the whole saucepan, the whole pan into the oven. So I did that, carefully getting something so I didn't burn my hands, to pull it out of the oven. Pretend this is my house. Here's where the oven would be. And then pulling it out of the oven and putting it back on there. And then somebody was talking to me, and you can probably guess who that was. And I ended up walking away from it, getting distracted. I came back, and I went like this. Grabbed the handle of the pan that was just in the oven at 450 degrees. Yeah. You know the point where your hand is like cold because it's so hot? That's what happened to me. I thought, there goes my hand forever.
Your guitar playing hand.
But a very special person in my life suggested that I grab a bottle of mustard and immediately pour mustard all over my hand. And in that moment, you could have told me that I had to go and put my hands in the toilet, and I totally would have done it. Because anything to alleviate how bad it felt, I would have taken any suggestions possible. You know what? It ended up working, and then I put aloe all over my hands, and no burns. Nothing. I had a tiny, itty-bitty little blister, but for what I did to my hand, and I thought I'd be walking around like this for the rest of my life. Just holding my hand like this, and not being able to touch anything. I know, dramatic as always, right? But I'm proud to say mustard. Mustard saved my life.
Great coupon.
Great coupon, nonetheless. Laugh. Give me that. Laugh track. You know, when I was on the Chew, I haven't really been on that many shows either. They don't have anything like this. They have some guy in the audience that's like, like egging people on.
He gets paid to do that.
And he gets paid to do that. And he goes from the shoots, Rachel Ray, yes, I said that right. Goes from show to show, like doing this. I need that job. Alright. So we're getting to the point where I can put my shrimp in. I know I said that earlier. Clap. What does that even mean?
Clap.
Oh, it looks like it's an eye.
I know, it totally does.
See ya. See ya.
Do you want to?
Chop.
Chop. I really thought that's what it said.
Everybody should
Clap.
chop.
Everybody should chop. All right. Here we go with our shrimp. Do you guys like shrimp?
Woo!
Oh my God, it's a party in here. It is a party in here.
It's like a crap ton of people tonight.
No, I mean, this house is always like this, isn't it?
Yes.
The party central.
I thought it was gonna, be like MTV, like.
Did you know you thought there's like a whole live studio house? This isn't a real house. It's actually just a kitchen connected to a studio audience area. This isn't real. None of this is real. We're not even in Tulsa. We're in Sand Springs, so we're not even in Sand Springs. Alright, now we're going to push these down and let these cook. And we are almost done. Geez, I hope these people like this food. We'll love it! Who said that?
More shrimp.
More shrimp?
More shrimp.
Alright, more shrimp, more shrimp,
More shrimp.
more shrimp. Okay.
More shrimp.
Okie dokie.
I didn't kill all those for nothing.
Have you guys noticed how hot the bartender is?
What? Yes. Nobody saw you do that, so it's probably going to be really odd that I just did my eyebrows like that. That can't be an angel. I feel like every private joke we have is totally not going to make any sense to anybody. But that's what private jokes are for. So, we're rounding it out. We just have a few more minutes. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be on here next month. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. But I think in the middle of the month, I got shows. I'll be in Fort Lauderdale next Saturday. Actually, next Wednesday, I'll be in Orlando at Revolution. And then where am I after that? I'll be at Mayfest in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'll be at Swallow Hill in Denver, Colorado. That is Denver, Colorado. So I'm traveling a lot. Ooh, these are cooking up nice. Come on, water, get out of here.
The tasting table you have set up, the people you have are
I do.
super good looking.
Are they? Can we move this way fast? Here's our tasting table of people. There we go. I love how everybody's just like hiding. Thanks to Steve Nance for setting this up. I wish you could see it, but you can't because the camera's facing this way.
Steve Nance rocks.
Steve Nance rocks! Woo! Chia! Chia! Chia!
Everybody should chop.
Alright, that's going to cook pretty quick. I did a little bit of background on what paella is. And that is a Valencian dish from Spain. Yes, it is. And you can cook with seafood. Some people put beans in it. I did not put beans in this. I'm not a big fan of beans. I know. Any bean fans?
I like beans.
Yes.
Well, there's no beans in here. But there is rice and zucchini and smoked sausage and shrimp. And it's almost done cooking. And then we're going to serve it up on a plate. Right here. Here's the plate, right here. We'll do that. Isn't that nice? It's fancy here. But your kitchen is very beautiful, you guys. I love this area. Alright, so to finish it off. Oh, a fancier plate, you say. Alright, let's do this. So to finish it off, I have here, I'll flip this right down over here, in this area, I usually make such a bigger mess in my own kitchen. It's so nice to be in somebody else's kitchen and making a mess. Because then I can just leave. And they can clean it up. Oh, what am I saying? Before I finish this off, I forgot one essential thing. How could I forget? One essential thing. Hold on 1 second. Alcohol! Woo! Better with food than alcohol. And I have just enough time to talk about it. So this in my hand right now is sangria. And I learned this recipe from Alton Brown personally. No, I'm lying. I looked at it online and that's kind of how I find my recipes, is I'll look at a bunch of different stuff, kind of find what works for me. And I think that's what's great about cooking, is that's what you can do. You can find what works for you, omit the stuff you don't like, replace the stuff that you don't like with stuff that you do like. So in here, I had taken a pear, actually 2 pears, 1 apple, 2 oranges. You can throw in some lemons, whatever kind of fruit that you like. And you put it in a half a cup of your favorite alcohol. The first time I did this was last week. I used brandy, but not everybody's a fan of brandy, but everybody's a fan of vodka. Yeah, so at least these people are. So we put vodka and we let it sit there for 8 hours in the refrigerator. Yes, 8 hours. I was just sitting by my fridge like this for 8 hours. So yes, this food is drunk. So then you take whatever kind of, don't use a very fancy red wine, use just something middle ground that you like, something you enjoy like a burgundy, and you pour that in here. Well, actually before you do that, I forgot one step. You add a little bit of extra sugar. You don't have to, because vodka has a lot of sugar in it, as well as the fruit, but it kind of pulls it out as well, so I like it. So you put about a half a cup of sugar in there too, and then you let it sit for 8 hours, then you pour in your favorite red wine, and then you add ice, and voila, sangria.
Let's see how pretty it is.
Let's see how pretty it is?
Yes.
Oh, well I'm going to use, I know you have fancy glasses, but it's pretty much served in like a tumbler like this over ice. Look at that.
Woo!
Oh yes, and some of the fruit will get in there. You can even put some fruit in there beforehand. Who wants to taste this? How about me? You want to try it? Come over here.
Get over here?
Get over here.
Okay.
Oh,
Whoa!
I hope this is good. I didn't taste it first.
Just to get through the crust.
It's gonna be good.
Tell everybody your name.
Jessica.
Jessica's going to taste the sangria.
That's amazing.
Is it?
Yeah. Like, I love sangria.
Do you?
Yeah.
So that tastes like it's kind of sangria you like? that you've had
Totally.
before?
Yeah.
Awesome, you can taste
I'm
that.
gonna go.
So that was our sangria. And everybody else can have some in just a second. We're rounding it out at the last minute. As you can see, our dish is here. I'm going to turn this off real fast. Pull this back. And show it this way, kind of sideways. Put some of this on here. And here you can see we have our chicken with our rice and our vegetables. And you pretty much serve it again. Oh, my head in there. Again, you will find that when you look up paella recipes or you hear more about it, that everybody eats out of the pan. But it still looks, I think it looks pretty when you put it on a plate. That's just me. And not everybody wants to put their fork next to somebody else's in a big pan. then there's that. So thanks so much for watching. I'll do this again in May. This is Trial and Eric signing off. Thanks so much, and I'll see you again soon.
Woo!